Faces of the franchise. Reference Joe Burrow in that contract he just did. So apparently Zach Taylor, a few moments ago, he said that it's hard to say whether Joe Burrow would be ready to play next Monday night against the Rams because he aggravated that calf injury. The Bengals are still evaluating it. Lawrence, Michael and I talked about our level of concern, which varied between the two of us, for the Bengals at 0-2, given that they started 0-2 last year. Obviously, it's a different year. What is your level of concern for these Bengals, given what you've seen these first two games against the Browns and Ravens, and just given the difficulty of the AFC North the way it's shaping up, Lawrence?
Yeah. Well, it's tough either way. The good news is they looked a lot better in that second half against the Ravens. They actually looked like the Bengals. But for Joe Burrow to even acknowledge the fact that his calf is a problem, that should have your antennas up as a fan. So going into the next game against the Rams, you better be ready to go, because these Rams they've been playing ball this year so far. They let one slip away. They're late against the 49ers, so you like to have Joe Burrow back healthy. But these calves, man, we don't really know nothing about them and how they function, and I'm not even gonna pretend to be no Twitter doctor because it ain't my body, it ain't how it works. But the fact that Joe Burrow is acknowledging that it's a problem, when professional athletes usually be like, nah, it ain't nothing. So when they say it's something, it's something. So it's definitely some concern, because like you said, the Ravens now got one up on them. The Steelers got one up on them, so they're going to have to get going in week 3.
Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, I think, guys, he doesn't look comfortable, right? And like Lawrence highlighted, I mean, for him to come out and speak on it, it is pretty rare and shows how significant this is. And sure, you look at last year, they started off 0-2. He threw 3 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in those first 2 games, but this feels a little different, and this calf injuries, they can linger. And when you look at it right now, I mean, the schedule, sure, the Rams, they're feisty right now. The Titans, they're feisty as well. They have a great front 7, Tennessee. That's not going to be easy. And then you got Arizona, who almost gave the Giants a scare yesterday, before you go through Seattle, San Francisco, and Buffalo. So the Bengals are at a crossroads, right? Do we keep having him play through this and not be particularly as effective as Joe Burrow can be? Or do we turn to an uninspiring group of backups and let him get right and see how the second half or maybe the final 3 quarters of our season go? But I think the tape tells me that Joe Burrow doesn't look right. And he is just such a better player than this, that it's probably a bigger deal than anyone is letting on.
Yeah. No, he looked better in the second half against the Ravens. But, Michael, when we talked about this earlier, I probably didn't account enough for him being compromised. My thing is, it is too talented and enough of a veteran group to not fall into too deep of a hole. But if he's compromised, all bets are off.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.